My wife and I have been craving some butter chicken, so let me show you the quick and easy way that I make it. First, you're going to want to pull out about half of your spice cabinet, but seriously, you're going to need a lot of spices for this. Start off with some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and then I'm going to throw in a big tablespoon of sour cream. If you have plain yogurt, you can use that as well. And then I'm going to season this with some curry powder, onion powder, garlic powder, some paprika, turmeric, salt and pepper, and some chicken bouillon. I'm going to go ahead and mix that up, and then I'm going to re-season that with the same seasonings just so I make sure the chicken is nice and flavorful. Once you got that well seasoned, you'll want to go ahead and put that in the refrigerator for about 15 or 20 minutes to marinate while you get your rice started. For this, you'll normally use basmati rice, but I was feeling cheap today and I didn't want to buy basmati rice because it's a little bit more expensive than just a plain rice at Aldi. So I just went ahead and used some long grain white rice. Get that started with a couple tablespoons of oil at the bottom of your caldero, and then you'll throw in about 2.5 cups of water. Bring that to a boil, and once that's boiling, throw in your salt and your 2.5 cups of rice. Boil that on medium heat until the water evaporates, and then you'll mix that up. Lower the fire to low and put the lid on that just to steam. To start the butter chicken, you'll need about a tablespoon of butter, and you'll melt that in a skillet till it's nice and hot. And once that's hot, you'll throw in your chicken thighs and brown those on one side. I usually put the lid on and let that go for about 10 minutes, and then I'll take the lid off and let the water that's collected in there evaporate and they get nice and brown on that one side. Then I'll flip them over and cook them for another 10 minutes usually until the internal temperature is at least 165, and that means that they are done. Take them out and set them over to the side and get rid of the oil that's in the pan, but leave the little bits in there because you'll want those for flavor. Then I throw in a jar of tikka masala sauce and a jar of butter chicken sauce. And then once that's nice and hot, I'll throw in about 1/3 of a can of condensed tomato soup, some more curry powder, some salt and pepper, and some garlic powder. And melt about another tablespoon of butter in that because it's called butter chicken for a reason. Once the butter's melted, you'll throw in another tablespoon of sour cream, or if you have whipping cream, you can use that. Throw in some water to thin it out if you need to, and a tablespoon of sugar, and then I'll go ahead and re-season that with some bouillon, some salt and pepper, and throw in my chicken. Throw some naan in the air fryer to warm up, and that's it. Bon appetit. I'm going to go watch Baddies Africa now.